All right, guys, here we're talking about Season 1, Episode 5 of The Good Place. So we get more of our non-talkative friend in this episode, or our newfound talkative friend.
Yeah.
I'm not liking him.
Okay. I kind of forgot his role in this. He's in the class in the beginning, and then he excuses himself, and is that it? I don't really remember.
He wants to go get waffles before they're all gone, I think, or pretzels, or whatever the hell he's into.
Well, he goes back to the brunch, but I forget what happens at the brunch with him, and if anything of
I
note
think
happens.
at the brunch they're just sealed off and stuck there, and that's all there is.
Well, so this is the old...
I don't think we see him again. It's just something about knowing that he's going to be around more. I'm like, God, I'm not a big fan of this guy.
I don't love him, but I left this episode, as you can tell, with a very much like, okay, he's really not coming into play that much type of attitude. So I was like, that's fine. Leave him over there. He'll be in class. He'll be like doesn't he say something, and then Chidi's like, that is a perfect example of utilitarianism.
He said like we had a band and this girl was gonna take us, so I hid drugs in her house or something, or a Sea-Doo or something.
Yeah, we framed her for stealing boogie boards or something like that. He's like, I framed one person to save this many people in my dance crew. There you go, and the whole thing. Like, I like things that tie into the lessons that that he's trying to teach, or like the themes that are going on elsewhere or whatever. So that hopefully that's the extent of his role, right? The first episode was kind of deadly, where he was very heavily featured. But if he's only in there as much as he was this week, then I can live with it.
I just think I like all the other characters so much more than I like him, and I kind of liked him as a silent character. I thought he was decent as a whatever he was, monk.
Yeah, and maybe you could have done something else with him, and
Let's just take all that time and put more Ted Danson in.
Right.
I know you can only afford so much Ted Danson apparently, but
it seems like they're rationing out the Ted Danson. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's okay. He's got busy things to do. Every day, money from Cheers just shows up.
Well, they can only afford 6 pages of Ted an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
They weigh it out nicely.
So this week we get the nice sitcom-y plot. Every now and then you'll do this. It's hard on some shows to come up with an excuse, but it's super easy this time, right? People aren't where they usually are, or there's people visiting or people over, and now we're stuck, right?
Yeah.
You can do snowstorm. Sometimes you can do police lockdown or whatever. In this case, the sinkhole from last episode is growing, getting worse. Michael decides, everyone stay where you are, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
Even if all of you are at a brunch, or you're in your place and you were about to leave, and other people have to stay with you just to fuck up your program.
Yeah, these people's house is very close to the sinkhole. Have them come live with you.
Yes.
You're my assistant. I thought it'd be fine.
So that's, honestly, he's already previously made her his assistant, so I'm like, okay, that's actually not that bad. Because otherwise it'd be like, why are these people in your house?
And it was funny that he, I investigate whatever, fraud or something, and
it was
she's
amazing.
A marriage counselor.
I'm a marriage counselor. I do this, basically just spotting liars, body language, word choice, the whole thing. It's boring. And you're like, oh God, it's the exact thing. She goes we have a therapist and a human lie detector right in the next room.
I did love there's arguing at that huge circular window in the house.
Right there,
yeah. We couldn't hear it, but I could see the body language.
I could tell you were not happy. Yeah, no, and I literally, I didn't think that they were going to kiss, but I really liked the way that she was like, I know what you're thinking right now. We're in the middle of arguing. We should start just making out because it'd be super hot, but no, and all that stuff. And I was like,
and then doesn't she say all right, just a little or something?
Yeah, no, it's something about how I forget the wording, obviously, but I was like, oh, that's an okay way to do that.
Yeah,
that passes my.
And I do
filter.
think that by season 2.5, they're gonna get together. It's gonna be a thing, and maybe it even gets it spelled out like, oh no, Chidi, you were so good that we pulled someone that didn't really deserve to be here.
Oh God, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Because they were gonna be your soulmate.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if this is how it's supposed to work, but Michael is new to this and he doesn't get it or whatever? Wouldn't it be great if
wait, what aspect do you say he wouldn't be getting? There should be errors in giant shrimps and stuff, or
no, not that the shrimp. Well, the giant shrimps I assume are not normal, but just
I would assume that would be part of heaven.
Yeah,
but they would be.
But you eat them.
Well, they would be breaded.
Okay, and they would have that sauce on them.
Oh God, that red sauce,
that delicious red sauce from the Chinese buffet. So you die, right? And you're just dead for the next million years or whatever, right? So
some might say forever.
So it can begin off, right, in a weird thing, right? Maybe her, afterlife, the whole lesson is to end up where you're not supposed to be and then have to earn your way in. And, his whole lesson is to have to, teach her and like guide her through that, and they fall in love like naturally from this process, right? She's literally become a better person. She was selfish about becoming less selfish like 2 episodes ago, and now she's literally like, you know what, bro, you have your time and I respect it, and I'm changing or whatever.
What
right?
though?
Ooh,
what was
so
his reason for needing to teach somebody things though? Like you'd think that would be a punishment almost.
I know, and I just came up with that now, so I haven't fully developed it or whatever.
Or I guess but
she's gonna teach him how to be. So like he says right here, I never had a soulmate on Earth. I was never like in love or whatever. Like this is all like a thing or whatever. She's gonna teach him about being a
person.
Yeah, all he knows is his like ethics, academia stuff. And Michael's like, yo, you sucked at that or whatever, right? And he's like, oh no, or whatever. And she's teaching him, parts about like being like a human and like being like not. I keep wanting to say like normal, but like it's not normalness. It's like other aspects of like humanity or whatever, right? So like they're gonna make each other better people. It's kind of beautiful. It has no right to be this good, but I think you're absolutely right. I was gonna say too, like maybe they're not soulmates for real, but they're gonna become. It's gonna develop into that. And I usually hate romance and love stories and bullshit, but this is done in a way that I actually like a lot.
Yeah, no, I think they are good complementary characters, and I do think there could be some fun there. I do think that shows sometimes get worse though when they realize that attraction.
Yeah,
and we'll see if this is one of those, or if that even happens.
I wondered about that, right? Because her like lampshading it so early into the season makes me question if they're even planning to do it, or if they just want to acknowledge to the audience, like you probably think that this is happening, but it may never happen. And
it would be worse for the show if it did happen, because this is a show where you're not going to get any new characters, presumably,
right?
Because of what the nature of the show is.
Yeah.
So you really do need to keep freedom and fluidity of what you have.
If you change the characters that you do have, you basically just lose the old one, right? You can't just do what like a normal show would do and have one character calm down and then have a new bad boy show up or whatever, right? No, yeah, I wonder, like, I don't know from, like, a normal audience perspective if there's will they, won't they tension here, but I do agree with what you're saying. Like, it's that will they, won't they tension that, like, makes it, and then when, Pam and Jim get together, it's kind of whatever, right?
Yeah, then you have to merge the offices and get some more fucking people in there.
I stopped watching the show. I feel like they didn't actually get together, but one season ends and she, like, goes back in and they kiss or something, and I just stopped watching the show. I think it was just a coincidence, but the point remains. That's the last episode of The Office that I've seen, like, in order.
I believe they quickly started dating and eventually got married since that episode.
Perfect. Well, fuck that show. You ruined it.
Yeah, I'm here to ruin shows.
You should have kept the tension. No, I mean the show ruined it. No, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Like, there's something to be gained in that unsettledness of stuff. And then when you settle it, all of a sudden, like, it just takes something away.
They do become tied together. They're definitely in love. It's working out perfectly, and that's when Michael realizes she's not even supposed to be there.
There's been a mistake, and then he says,
sends her to hell, and Chidi goes, "I'm going with her," and then it's him in hell.
What's hell like? Oh man,
I don't know.
I wonder if they'll have a whole hell. Oh god, if hell is just Ted Danson with a different colored suit, it's just the exact same thing. Oh god.
I would love that, actually.
And like when they were playing like the screaming noises, it was just like a random like dumb excuse for oh my god. I don't know if we'll ever even actually see hell, but yes.
I would like hell to be it'll be another Ted Danson, and it's another guy's first time, and it's too nice.
Oh god. Yeah,
he's not harsh enough.
Well, and like now their presence there causes the bad things to get better.
Yeah.
And they like spread around the whole. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, Chidi started like being good is breaking hell.
Whole thing. It's ruining everything. Someone's not supposed to be here. Oh god! And the two Michaels arguing. Oh, and the two Janets. Oh, we could go so far with this. I don't know. So we're only 5 episodes in. We have no idea where all this would go or if that would even happen, right? Or whatever. But no, I
like the idea of it though.
I
do a picture here that I can wrap my head around.
No, like because she's making such good progress, right? So like. There's still that thing of like is anybody going to find out? But we even introduced another character that's also in the same boat, right?
Yes.
He's worse at it than her, but we're already adding all this depth to to this, like, we have to hide this. So she's trying to hide Jianyu's like fake thing, and he's so much worse, and now but she is getting better, right? So once it all gets smashed, or like part of it gets smashed somehow, right? I see Chidi like we should have a trial, and I will represent the person and prove that that they deserve to be here and all that stuff, and have like a weird thing, some dumb.
You could never actually prove that though, because if it is literally just the 200 best people that ever lived, she
at
can't
that moment,
beat
almost
anyone.
Obviously not. But I wonder where the real Eleanor whatever is, if she's just in hell.
That's
like,
the question.
I'm not supposed to
really,
be here.
The biggest difference is that
and like
it is her name though.
Yes.
It just wasn't her memories. Juan, it wasn't even his name.
I know, that's weird,
so
right?
He's literally stealing someone's spot.
Yes, exactly. No, so like I wonder if
there might be two people with the same name. Two Eleanors.
I wonder if she says like, well, that's my name, but those are none of my memories, and I just kept my mouth shut or whatever. So like, it's the same name, but maybe that woman's not even dead yet.
Oh, I wonder how Juan is spelled and Jianyu is spelled. I wonder if if theirs is the same name too,
or it's some
is
clerical
it some weird
error
spelling?
Or something like that, or like the translation algorithm or something. Oh, we're going so deep, just speculating. That's how you know it's not a bad show.
No, this is
so much
discussing
to
show.
do whatever. No, so like I wonder. So like at some point the real Eleanor will come into play, but she'll be horrible in some way, and there'll be this whole debate about who's actually worth being in there. Who cares about the points? I did this, I did that. I've been working behind the scenes to save all these things and like cover you. And Michael's like, you haven't been very helpful. This is the whole thing. And he's like, without me, it's all going to be whatever and all that stuff. Oh my God, we could do so many things. Because great segue back to the main plot. We get a lot of flashbacks of Tahani's life here. Yeah. And Tahani and all of her family are kind of shitty. There's some shittiness.
Well, based on how shitty her family is, she is a goddess.
Big time, big time. But she did not react like saintly like to her sister, and that may be why she just barely made the cut here or something like that, right? Because we were like Eleanor was even like saying like, oh, I'm condescending and I'm so perfect and all that stuff, right? She's not so good or whatever, and she is second to last on the list, and it like kills her, right? Because she's been
who was the last? Josh or something?
Some other name. I don't know if we're like meant to know.
I was like, was he the dumpster guy?
I actually thought like and on this type of show, I think that if you go back and see who's called by what name when, and then you check and you like freeze frame that list, you could find fun little things of like, oh, that guy is the last guy, or the top person is the guy whose bowl of soup saves 10,000 people or whatever, right? But Jianyu's way up there, right?
Eleanor was number 6,
Eleanor.
right?
Yeah. Well, Jianyu or like Eleanor, like she finds all the friends in like the top 20, and then keeps going and has to scroll through hundreds of people. It's great, and that lets she has this like Yoko Ono Bjork like sister who's like an artist and wearing
she's perfect at
colors
everything.
and stuff, and she's so much better
Olympic
and greater.
archer
and like amazing on like all the stats, and has overshadowed Tani her whole life.
I'll sell a picture of me for $1 billion.
Yeah. We have to save this auction. Call in your sister. And she's like, oh, take it away from me. I mean, take it away. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's great. Yeah. So we're getting background. And that's why she was like, I'm going to go save everything. And like, fucked it up or whatever. Great. I love her waking up. Did it work? Did I save the day? And Ted Danson's like, absolutely not. No, you did something far, far stupider than I thought it was. Like, it's great.
Nah, Ted Danson. Every sentence he has, there's like a funny bit.
He's used effectively. I like it.
Yeah. How old is Ted Danson, you think?
72.
Is he?
No, 68.
Is he?
64.
72 sounded more correct.
I'm making it up. I have no idea. I think he's an older gentleman that takes care of himself.
I think he is in his 70s.
I could believe that. Cheers has been a long time. He's one of those actors that's always looked kind of old to me in a way. If you think back to Cheers, I think he was probably older than he was meant as his character to be.
What do you think? 30 something then?
I wonder. He has like an old face. Maybe he was a smoker.
Ted Danson age would help if I typed in. I just typed Ted Danson, one word. 70 years old.
Hell yeah. So that's today, right? And
today.
And this show's in 3 seasons, so you might be literally
just
68.
got approved for its 4th season.
Ooh, girl. We're in for a long ride.
That excites me. I'm now optimistic when I hear that. I'm like, oh, good, because now everything good is getting canceled. So I'm like, oh yeah, prove it out to the 50th season. Let me fucking see something. Let me decide it gets bad. I don't want you to decide.
Yeah, and I'll say like the pace of this is so brisk that I think we're actually gonna. Because some shows you're like, well, yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this for 4 seasons, but this type of show I feel like is gonna introduce.
I didn't realize this was a network show. I thought this was like I thought this was like one of your higher up
show or whatever.
No, I didn't think it was Netflix. I thought this was like a like the same channel like Weeds would have been on or something. Like,
yeah. Okay.
But no, this is like ABC, I think.
Interesting.
Or NBC, like one of those.
Well,
shows?
it's better than it has any right to be.
What does that statement even mean?
So, like, a network show only has to be barely good enough to steal the time slot from the other most horrible show on the network thing or whatever. And, like, when a good show comes out, everyone in, like, competing things abandons that time slot and, like, the lead-in and all that stuff.
Sure.
And they schedule stuff in different places. So, even if you were going to be good and, like, you had a good cast, they'll, like, cut the budget and you'll struggle and not get ratings and get canceled and it'll be shitty. I'm very anti-network television.
That didn't exactly answer my question, but I'll allow that.
So, like, this probably doesn't have to be this good to like, take whatever. I don't know what it's up against or what's happening, but, like, damn. This is...
I don't know what day or time this is on.
This is a shining beacon.
Sure.
So it ends. The sinkhole's gone. And, like, when
wait, there's a really great part in this episode that we passed. So she's waiting online to get frozen yogurt.
Right in the beginning, yeah.
And lets the guy cut, and then she gets so excited she runs back to tell, and then he's like, well, where's the yogurt? I forgot it. And, like, that's the kind of bullshit, like, everybody's had a thing like that where something happens and it fucks something else.
Yep.
And I just thought that it was done well in this. Like,
it's
can
great.
you go back? I
don't want to go.
All right, I'll go back.
Nope,
to
I'm
fulfill
a
the commitment
good person
because
I said that I would. Like, she's, like, repeating phrases where he's had to coach her to be like, no, if you say you're going to do something, you're letting someone down if you don't actually do it. And she's like, seems like a lot of work. Like, you can picture from their little dialogue choices, like, all this training that he's had to try to do to give her, like, basic... He's called her out. He's like, that's basic human kindness? I don't know. And she's like, come on, that's pretty good. And he's like, no, or whatever.
Well, she's like a child.
It's great. I love that the flavors are, like, emotional states or whatever.
Yeah.
Charged cell phone and like, whatever.
Because it's
brisk morning or something.
It's just giving you a good feeling.
It just makes you feel... It tastes like the feeling of this good thing.
I love the mixed flavors
That's how all
together.
Food should be,
to
right?
see how that shit tastes.
Charged cell phone and, like, warm cocoa on an autumn day. The leaves changing and rustling around. The blustery, windy day.
Can I have post-exercise and a good shit? Thank you.
Oh! I wonder if they still shit in the afterlife.
I don't know. We haven't seen a bathroom.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
This is kind of poignant, too. Like I said, I usually hate the love stories, but the reason why, because I'm not sure if it'll be a real love story, I want to call out the line about, so, like, the sinkhole's been healed because the gaping hole in their, the chasm between them has also, alleviated. Yeah. It's just wonderful. Everything always fits with, like, the thing. It's like, pretty cool. When she's, like, giving her rundown back to him, she's like, I am a utilitarian nightmare. The more good you do to help me, the more it's, like, hurting you, because you should have the real Eleanor here that should be your soulmate, and this has been your only chance to have a soulmate. And he kind of goes, yeah, or something like that, like, completely, like, she's nailed his, like, she's helped him articulate the whole thing, or whatever.
Because it was something I didn't really think about until she said it, and it's so true.
Yeah.
And I like it. She gives him, like, has a little sign, the fork off.
Yeah.
He goes on his thing. He's then trapped in the middle of the thing because he's not a guy that rows or boats.
And that's, like, some of that's a stretch and like, kind of weird, but the show's so absurd that it's fine. I like that button on it where he's like, this is a theoretical fantasy. This is scary. I don't actually want to do this or whatever. Right?
Janet,
how do you row a boat? Like, he's actually, like, helpless in all these situations. Yeah. Like... And that's great.
He's a nerd.
Well, and she's, like, such a real and dirty person, right? And he's a person, again, where even his most mundane, boring dreams are these, like, things that he's never actually done, hasn't actually thought about really doing it.
Yeah.
He just thinks, the idea of it is good or whatever. And she's like, no, we're going to go do the thing, right? Boom, bam. Fuck ideas about doing things.
Yeah.
I like it.
No.
It's a good relationship.
Indeed.
I think we're done.
All right, guys, that's this episode of The Good Place. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.